But
It was when they were definitely more flexible for sure.
yeah, I'm just thinking, do you even want to do that? It's definitely doable. Like when you think about these two heroes, Kunkka and TA, like they're played on both lanes, like right? Like they're played on mid and on safe lane. So all up to them what they decide is the best for the team. Player with the total magic or pure damage done to heroes. I'm gonna go with Phoenix this time around. Total number of player deaths at the game end, I'll go 41 to 55. Player with the first triple kill. This is just random. Any of the cores, really. I'll go with... Let's go with Dolme, maybe? Who you having? Let's go with...
For triple kill, I went with Fly.
Okay, I'll go Fly too. No, I won't go Fly. I'll go Emo just to make it more interesting.
30 seconds to battle.
I thought about it being Phoenix, but I also went with JT for the most magic or pure damage done to heroes at 10 minutes. No, not going to have a pre-horn fight this time around.
The battle begins.
The concussive shot. 2 for 2 on bounty runes. Oh, Torrent doesn't land on YP, but he still was in trouble for a second. Ends up surviving.
Only because of the impale that he survived as well, right? Like it saved him in multiple ways. First, he turned to use it. He hit all 3 of them, and also because he turned, he didn't get hit by the torrent. So stuff.
Yeah, he gets hit by that torrent, and then he would have just been done. But given.
And if he's on the bottom lane with Quap, I feel like Nyx isn't the strongest laner, but all Quap needs is some buffer between her, right? Like she needs this meat in front. Nyx does not carry a lot of meat on him. But what do you think? What's the most edible part on Nyx?
The most edible part on a Nyx assassin?
Yeah. Is it this tail part that he's... It looks juicy. Dolme?
Dolme getting run down and YP just committing to pulling this creep wave.
Or do you think like his legs would be kind of crusty and...
Maybe the claws.
Claws, okay. So you're going with like a crustacean type. Sure,
yeah.
Sure. But they aren't that meaty though, on this profile at least. I'm zooming in, wait, let me see. I guess
they're not.
They're not, right? Like they're just bones from what I'm seeing.
He does just look pretty bony. I don't know. He's not looking like delectable as a crab.
And this tail part is probably like not really that tasty anyway. Yeah, I take that question back.
Self-canceled, and now the Scatter Blast. There is no Infernal Blade yet, though. No surprise. Not that there should be. But we saw what JT was able to accomplish with that early level in Infernal Blade, just having that extra bit of like split-second lockdown. Obviously, that came with Emo being on the Invoker. So they were landing Sun Strikes with the Infernal Blade. We'll see if he goes to it again. See, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, right? Like Concussive Shot, Infernal Blade, running with Scorched Earth.
Yeah, but you don't need it this early on. That's the thing. No. Like you want Devour maxed out, you want Scorched Earth on higher level. Plus he probably got the best creep that he can get with level 1 Devour.
Ara, he's taking a lot of damage again and needs to worry about just being chased here. Scatterblast under the tower. JT.
Would you rather have the mana creep or the frost attack? Kind of split between the two. The mana creep is... Mana burn creep is probably the most ridiculous one. But...
The mana burn creep stinks, but I feel like having Concussive Shot and the slow coming in from the...
Frost attack, yeah.
The frost attack feels pretty good as a combination.
Yeah.
By just going after Hara. Ooh. Have the mana. Just ran out of mana to get Hara, I think, if he had another Arcane Bolt. Around pretty much everywhere. Again, JT diving the tower, thinking about it. Like, he eats a couple of shots for free. Went to the early second level in Scorched Earth instead of the Devour as well.
I feel like it's kind of normal, even. You can pressure the lane a bit better. You can go 2 levels of Devour first, too. It's not wrong. It just depends on the preference of the player in the lane. What's Mid doing, by the way? Kunkka is doing fairly well against the Timber, isn't he? Like 24 versus 22. Full, like they're even basically on CS. Full lane pushing in. Emo will get all of these creeps.
Yeah, nobody's really come over onto mid to like stop Emo from having the opportunity to get the water runes. So they're not stopping him from sustaining in this lane at all. Like none of the supports have come over. We haven't seen the Nyx assassin come towards mid, and like that 4-minute rune timing, it feels like
This X marks the spot before level 6 actually.
throwing death on both. They've got the Starbreaker and the Celestial Hammer slow, so Phoenix trying to run. He's very tanky. Finally a TP. They're going to have to avoid the Impale, and they split. So they know that with YP making the TP in, it could have been dangerous for them, but Phoenix ate a lot of damage.
As you were talking, like, this point that I wanted to make is Kunkka is basically just waiting for level 6, and once he hits that 6, they will X marks the spot, and whole hell is gonna break loose on the mid lane, right? Like, both of them will hit 6 at about the same time, and that's when we're gonna get kills on the mid lane, at least.
But for right now, it's kills on the top lane. FY drawing first blood on this Skywrath Mage. And it gives them that 1k lead, and I'm now just paying attention to see if and when we hit this level 6 on Emo.
They already did the play, though. They did it when he was level 5. It didn't work out for them. But once he hits 6, it's going to be the same thing. Like, you can rotate in. Top lane, however, Alchemist.
Now getting run down, Infernal Blade, the early level. He throws out the Unstable Concoction, and FY under the tower. Now taking a lot of damage. He ate a couple of shots. Scatterblast, FY on the run with another Arcane Bolt. He's confident enough to stand his ground. He doesn't actually have any extra regen, but he's currently working with a Tango. Arcane Bolt, Tara still burning, and he'll survive too. So both these heroes sitting low. Kayako forced to salve, but Sapphire not likely to go down as mid. Phoenix drops to Emo and Ollie, so they do go for it once he does hit that level 6.
The moment he got 6, he actually got it like a little bit earlier than the Timber. They turned on him immediately. Top lane, however, Skyrat, this is the more normal build right now as well, like with more levels of concussive shot. He almost killed the Alchemist with the concussive shot, even though it wasn't aimed at him.
Go back to base, refill that bottle. Snapfire walk all the way back. Emo seems pretty set. Top of the net worth at the moment.
He's having a blast, yeah, exactly. Stacking some camps with the Torrent, failed this time around. Come on, Emo. He tried, though.
Shot into the Spike Carapace. Phoenix coming over. Need to be careful about how they play this. They've also got Hara, and I think Emo sees this. They don't have a ghost shift, but it's only on cooldown for 2 more seconds, and now he's got the boat, but the Impale comes in. Even Dome made a rotation. 4 heroes for Emo. I think the kill is worth, but is the space worth giving?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
One of the benefits that you get from Timber is that he's usually able to do the things that all 4 of them did. He's usually able to do it on his own, right? Like, he's the one that dives alone, forces all the rotations from the enemy team, and because of that, his allies, his teammates are getting that space. Meanwhile, the polar opposite is happening here. 4 heroes rotated to help out the Timber, so even though it's a good kill, I wouldn't say that it's like your standard good play for the Timber Saw.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Does seem like it's giving Fly a lot of space. Fly to the point where he's also keeping up with the net worth of JT, who's gone 2-3-1 at the moment. So holding out on Doom. He's not taking it at level 6. As Hara goes down to Fly, the chase is there with Ali.
He got haste rune. He took it right before Oli's eyes, and then he chased Oli. He chased him a little bit too much, and they turned on him.
And they're struggling. They've got some good ward vision down, but I just don't know if they're going to do anything with it. Their only kill so far comes with 4 heroes rotating over towards mid. Everything else has stayed pretty open for IG, which is scary if you think about it, if you're ShenZen.
They're giving them a lot of space. They're getting a ton of space on the Alchemist. He's farming in the jungle, but TA is farming. Doom is completely free farming. Kunkka isn't truly pressured, and because of that, they want to change the status quo. They're rotating the Timber down to bottom lane. By the way, these traps are beautiful.
The new ones.
Yep. They're pretty. I didn't even know what was happening. I just realized they're TA traps. Very pretty.
It's normally purple.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not used to them being gold.
Sorry, bourgeois B-Cop. You're used to gold and all
No, I'm
these
not used to gold.
$8,000 items on Tusks.
Tower is under attack.
Well, 800 on Tusk, 10,000 for Nature's Prophet. Come on, man.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You're making me sound bad.
I'm sorry. How dare I forget which golden item costs $10,000?
Go against the bourgeoisie
Radiant's
and
By the way,
believe you.
So is that courier still the most expensive item in Dota? Remember, there was like $30,000 courier, Mixed Assassin.
Potentially. Axe, Ghost Ship, Spike, Carapace. There's a lot of damage coming in. There's a Scatterblast landing as well, but YP drops to Fly, and Fly himself is on a killing spree. So what's he getting delivered? He's getting sent out a tome, a smoke, and a ward. I'm wondering if the next build on his market is a lot of Atos for Fly.
Is it? Like he didn't.
He doesn't have anything marked yet.
Yeah, he didn't queue up. Usually you see like the crowns queued up at least, right? It's a decent Atos game versus the Timber versus Quap. Good to have a bit more lockdown. I wouldn't mind it. I'm also a Netherlands enjoyer on Skyrat Mage, so I know I'm not really in the majority when I say that. Usually it's the Atos to set up the Mystic Flare easier.
Do you like the 2 levels in the Ancient Seal? So just 1 in the Arcane Bolt and 2 in the Concussive Shot in Ancient Seal?
Do I like the skill build? I think it's fine. It completely depends from one game to another. Some games you don't even get Ancient Seal. Some games you max it out. Some games you max out Arcane Bolt.
I guess having the Ancient Seal, having those levels, allows you to put it onto the Queen of Pain and forces Domain to be
Exactly, and that's Queen of Pain is
and
dead.
not unable to blink. Yeah, they had the X this time. They'll drop down the Mystic Flare. Fly with another kill, so they're up 6,000 net worth. Wow.
Once
and this
again,
is against an Alchemist lineup, but with the Doom, of
YP,
course.
he's gone.
YP, he's dead again. There's no way for him to escape. The shockwave thrown by JT and lands.
They're making ShenZen look like a tier 3 team in these 2 games.
Complete opposite of what they did to eHome yesterday.
Exactly. What ShenZen did to wait. ShenZen played against eHome, right? They're the ones that kicked them out. Yeah, what ShenZen did to eHome, IG is doing to them. That's how it feels like.
Exactly.
There's a vessel now.
So he's going Aetherlands on Skywrath.
My boy. I like it. It's only me and FY. There we go. No, it's a popular item build as well. It works, especially when you're also maxing out the silence when you're playing on that silence. Like Aetherlands is really nice. You can silence for what 5-6 seconds from the fog. It's ridiculously strong versus Quaps and Timbers and the like. By the way,
Is this a build that then wants you to get Ags if you do that? Aether Lens Ags?
Yeah, you
like,
can- you
where
can-
you get the double?
you can actually go for axe, exactly.
Having 2 ancient seals, like having doubles of the ancient seal, doubles of the Nova, like that just feels great.
Dire are scanning.
X marks the spot. Phoenix not caught, actually. Yeah. He was behind the trees. They didn't have vision on him.
He's going Kaya Sanj on Timbersaw.
Put Kai Sanj. This is pretty much time to break the Timber if they wanted to. Like, they need to find a couple of kills with Vessel, with Doom.
Solar Guardian and
Timber is coming, though. They might still go for this. Never mind, he's sleeping mid.
yeah, he's seeping over towards mid where they're fighting. They've got Emo out a little bit forward. Stunned with the spike carapace, I believe. Mortimer's kisses from Hara. They'll dance around the kisses. And with Phoenix moving forward, he's not in too far. He's got the rest of the team behind him. And nobody did on the side of ShenZen.
They didn't want to doom him as well. Even though he had no armor, they didn't want to doom him because it's under the tower, everyone is there. Yeah, Nyx was low, but still, you'd be committing, maybe diving a bit too much, so a little bit of discipline demonstrated by IG. I think that was the right move as well.
Considering what we said about IG the other day, about how it's felt like they've played like overplay their hand and cocky at times, that a little bit of discipline on that play, it feels, it screams volume.
Yeah, maybe they heard us. I've actually Hara with the Doom. They turn on Timber instead.
Yeah. They've got the X, they have the Ghost Ship as well as the Mystic Flare, and F-Fly's got to make a kill streak. For a second, we have the Brazil scoreline as Hara drops the JT's Doom.
Upplane.
And it looks like this tier 1 mid's going to drop too, but Ollie, he'll fall up towards top with the Alchemist here and the Nyx. Qualifier unable to save him.
The Alchemist did complete his Radiance.
Dire's middle tower
On top
is
of
under
that, he's
attack.
got 1400 gold going towards the BKB, so
Dire's middle
one
tower
shining
has fallen.
bright light for ShenZen is the fact that Alchemist has been free farming. He's not on top of the net worth, but it's only because
He'll get
he's
there.
up against Doom, right? And he kind of farms the same way with the Midas.
That being said, Doom didn't have level 4 and Devour that quickly on. Because he focused on the Scorched Earth first and then threw those extra points in the Infernal Blade.
He did get Midas though, so that helps.
Right. So for Fly.
Aren't we greedy? Like Dota players in general. Like you get this hero that has a built-in Midas, and we're like, you know what's better than a built-in Midas? Another Midas on top of that. Let's go.
Yeah, it really is a lot of gold that is just getting thrown into the Doom. I'm wondering now that they've got the Deso on Fly, if they get a kill or two, they'll just go right over to Roche, or at least that's what I would expect. X Torrent onto YP with JT's Shockwave finish. He's on a killing spree too.
They're also just getting kills left, right, and center. Every time that X marks the spot is near, they use it. Quap.
Solar Guardian down towards bottom. Mystic Flare onto the Queen of Pain. And Dome drops quickly, and this might be the Timber dropping too, because they got the kill on Ahara with the right clicks from Fly and that new Desolator. They can run down Phoenix. Fly gets a double kill, and it's a 9k lead here for the side of IG.
They're truly just crushing them. They're crushing them. The first game they were doing the same thing, and it's just repeating. Even the Skyrat didn't die. FY just TP'd out. Like, he used all his spells, he was saved by Solar Guardian, and then he just TP'd while getting Mortimer's Kissed on. This should be Rush that you asked for, or maybe an attempt to find an Alchemist.
Scanning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaiko doesn't have to leave now. He threw down the acid spray, but they saw the Nyx assassin, and once Nyx saw that team too, means Alk needs to go. Up down a trap into Roche, and they'll go forward.
You got that nice little pick off, nice little kill. Meanwhile, Nemo is just kind of bodyguarding everyone else. They have Mortys? No, they don't have Mortimer's Kisses for 50 more seconds, so... And the DD.
And Roche is there.
Falling to the Radiant.
Quick and easy.
Ufo as well for the TA if they want it. Got the Grove Bow in his. Yeah, he'll move over to the neutral spot. Okay, what do you do if you're ShenZen here? Just rely on the Alk?
That's it. You have an Alchemist
Infernal
lineup.
Blade, Phoenix. He's in trouble hit with the Ancient Seal, but they'll lose Evo very quickly as the Sonic Wave is thrown forward, and that means Ollie's susceptible to dying, and he'll go down too. So good defense by ShenZen, even looking for more, looking for FY, but the Chakram off the mark.
That was the play, right? Like you're waiting.
Radiant structures.
You're constantly waiting for the Alchemist to come online. The moment he gets the BKB plus the Radiance, one mistake. That's all. That's all that it takes from IG. I'm not saying that these two kills are game-changing, but
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
it does.
Got them a lot of gold.
Yeah, it gives them a lot of gold. It gives ShenZen an opportunity to recover at least and play the game, because so far they've just been on the receiving end of this punishment that IG was dishing out. I think JT just got a shard, right? Yeah, he did. JT with the shard. Infernal Blade. He got the level Death, if you remember that from
Nice.
Dota 1. Yeah,
Level death question mark.
exactly. Good times. That was a fun spell always. There was a trick to keep it on a certain level so that... can't remember which one, like level 2. And then you deal more damage because they get to level 5 or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like we're throwing just the the level 2, right? Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
That I agree with it. It's that I think I remember that.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but there was some level that you on the
I swear
beginning.
it was level 2.
Yeah. You keep it for a bit and then you switch it up later on.
Dire's
He has a
bottom
blink
tower
and
has
he also
fallen.
has Phoenix in his sights. There was a ward mid lane,
Has been killed.
but Phoenix is running damn fast, far away. They also have an AC completed, I believe.
They'll find the Queen of Pain. Ancient Seal used.
Can they get
Long
Kaiko?
Silence out. And can they also get Kaiko catching him around the tier 2 tower? No.
They can't. They can get to tier 2 perhaps if they wanted to. They're still in Aegis for two more minutes on TA. And I was wrong. They don't have an AC, by the way. It's
Dire's top
Keeping
tower
in.
is
Phoenix
under
is
attack.
okay
going to try and defend.
without a quap as well.
Lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Regeneration.
Oh shit. They have everything up. No reason really for IG to be scared. Backed off a little bit and they've got the ward vision down. I'm a little bit surprised that they gave up on that push. Surprising. But they can continue to just slow siege it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, you just go back in. And Doom is kind of zoning everyone away. You still have a minute on the
Dire's
Aegis.
structures are fortified.
That's a BKB completed now on TA, so maybe they can X marker, center back, or yeah, it's just gonna be shipped by the courier.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
And there's the
middle
tier
tower
2
is
going
under
down.
attack.
So they get that
Dire's
tier
top
2. They're
tower
still
is
working
fallen.
with, what, a minute, 48 seconds, just 48 seconds left on the Aegis, so
Not a lot. They can maybe dive, but it did give enough time for the Alchemist to finish off the AC. it's an important item in a game such as this one. Like you're playing versus a TA, that's the main right
Radiant's
clicker,
bottom
right?
tower
So
is under attack.
getting the AC definitely helps, gives you a bit of survivability. Your teammates love you
Make it.
for it.
Tell me they might
He does have Yules. Maybe he can save himself. a
have
bit.
the X. They've got the silence into the Yules, but immediately a kill on a YP. Kaiko, he popped that ult, and well, with the BKB from JT, he feels pretty safe. Starbreaker on the Phoenix. Mortimer's Kisses, it's really from a distance. They go over, they'll land the ghost ship on the Phoenix. He's taking a lot of damage. The arcade bolt as well as a concussive shot will hit him down. And Emo will get the last right click. Fire snap 50 Kaiko. Oh, the spill damage coming in from these side blades, and another 3 are just gone like that from ShenZen as Kaiko needs to run.
I think he might fall too. If Emo, yeah, there's the
Picking him up.
trap. They found him.
Celestial Hammer, Starbreaker, and they have found the Alchemist. They'll finally get a kill on this Alch.
Yeah. So basically, they committed to this fight, right? Like after Nyx died, Phoenix was. They wanted to fight. Like ShenZen definitely wanted to do it. Like Phoenix went
Dire's
in.
middle tower is under
He
attack.
timber chained in, but Nyx Assassin wasn't buying back. Like YP had a buyback, but he didn't do it because he's very close to the Blink Dagger. I'm not sure if that's the
Dire's
right.
middle
Like,
tower
if
is
your
under
team
attack.
is committing under the tier 2s and you're not buying
Are
back,
scanning.
I don't know. You do bring something to the table. You have the Vendetta hits, the Spiked Carapace stun, the Impale as well is decent. I'm not saying that they would have won the fight if he bought back, but it's nice to see that the team is on the same page, right? That they're thinking the same way. Timber.
Doom used, and that will be a kill on to Phoenix.
Reiko stunned himself.
YP, Dome going in. Impale hits only out of the Doom. They've got the ghost ship coming through. YP dead. They'll take Dome out too. And they should be able to look towards the rest, honestly. Aura falls. Kaiko trying to fight. And if he goes down, I wouldn't be surprised to see ShenZen just call it. But he's forced all the way back into his base as Hara
Visibility.
able to help him and ended up falling too. So 23 to 4 heroes dead. Kaiko can't do anything. I'm not really sure what you do if you're the side of ShenZen, now down 20,000 net worth.
Yeah. Like you're in this position in which you have an alchemist and he's keeping up, but everyone else is just like half of the net worth of their relative heroes on the other side. Like Timber 8k, TA 17k, Queen of Pain 7.5. It's looking really rough for ShenZen. They do have this blink on Nyx. Perhaps they can smoke up and try to make a play, but it might be one of the last plays that they make. At this point, you're getting to that situation where you're a bit desperate. This ward also
Yeah.
scouts them really nicely, so if they smoke up here... Yeah, they were under vision. The ward actually scouted them.
Why is with Ali? They're just sports standing that far forward. Ags now for the Doom.
This is the first game that I'm casting with Axe Dome, actually. But
On cooldown, we may not even see it if they fight and lose.
they might find TA. She was a bit faster.
He's on Kunkka too.
The Torrent Storm and the AoE Doom.
The Water World. A really bad spin-off of Westworld. They could potentially make a jump when they're ready, now that JT has Doom back up.
Isn't Waterworld that movie from like 80s or 90s with Kevin Costner?
Maybe it is,
Where
yeah.
he has like gills.
Something like that. Doom is going to be used there onto, I believe, maybe even himself, right? He's got that self-cast AoE, and they're going to try and fight this. They'll look over as they go up onto the high ground, and, well, Already 3 heroes dead with the buyback being used on Nyx Assassin. They'll take out YP. Starbreaker lands onto the Alchemist. Unstable Concoction, the damage in with the Radiance, burning them out, gets 2 kills, and the buyback's being used by ShenZen, but they've lost the Doom and they lose the Dawnbreaker.
You got the correct prediction, by the way, on Fly, right? For
Did
the
I?
triple kill. I think you
I
went
did,
Fly.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I did.
Congrats, Beekov.
Thank you.
Yeah. Only thing I was correct about is Phoenix with total magic or pure damage, so I got that. But
I didn't get that right.
they go into the pit, they're gonna get that shard and Aegis. There is nothing ShenZen can do about it. You could see the amount of damage that Alchemist can dish out with Acid Spray and AC and sitting under the tower, but that's only because IG went a bit too far. They went ahead of themselves. They forced a couple of buybacks. The AoE Doom looked pretty sick. It gets better once you have Shivas though. Like, without the Shivas it's good, but when you get the Shivas, you can actually have that AoE, right? Like, you slow everyone down, plus they Doom, so it's kind of hard for them to get out.
Right.
It's nicer. Another smoke, perhaps, from ShenZen. They're sitting on their high ground. They probably just want to defend this area.
You know where they are. I believe that ward that saw him last time on the smoke caught a glimpse of them. It's catching YP right now, so he goes invis, and these heroes are nearby. Emo, he's got Tidal Wave if he wants to pull them in.
Just
They
die.
gets hit by the Impale, the Unstable Concoction. Emo's going to die very quickly. 65 seconds, no buyback, and now the chase is on. Phoenix going after FY, who hasn't died this game, by the way.
Emo is probably the only one that they keep on catching and killing off immediately. One of the
Reason
reasons
to get the Tidal Wave. Odd.
I feel like one of the reasons why that is there's not really any saves on the side of IG. There's just a force on Skyrat, but that's it. Like, you have no glimmers. You don't have a way to like, Solar Guardian, I guess, heals a bit, but that's it. It's not enough.
Back up in 12 seconds.
You see Timber.
Yeah, they want him. And BKB dooms himself again, throws it on the AoE. We'll try to make this fight happen as they've got the mutant. They'll get the kill on a Phoenix. They'll take out the Timber Saw, and Alchemist might be next. This BKB is not going to last very long. He steps
Alchemist
into
wants to
the
fight.
AoE, and they've got the Mystic Flare. They get the kill on a Kayako. They take out JT, though, with the Sonic Wave coming through from Dome. BKB Solar Guardian jumping out. Dome. Starbreaker pops him up into the air. Needs a right click or two to save Ali. And the Blink Scream, it'll end up going down, and then they'll get Dome. But 3 heroes now with no buyback on the side of ShenZen. The high ground might just be theirs.
It looked like Alchemist was running into Doom as they were going on him with the Vessel from Quap, but it didn't really matter. They have more than enough damage with the TA.
Dire's middle tower
Another
is under
easy
attack.
fight. I love the Lotus side. I mean, I don't love the Lotus idea. I'm just gonna say, like, he needs the Lotus on Phoenix, right? Like, he needs it for the Skyrat as well. He needs it for the armor and whatnot. But Doom does not care. He just dooms himself and goes on top.
Top tower is under attack.
And then your Lotus is doing nothing. It's an AoE effect. It's not gonna be casted back on the Doom.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, GG yet, but of course, you know, last chance at qualifying for TI. I don't think ShenZen want to leave just yet.
There is no way you call GG until your throne is falling or they wipe you completely. Another smoke, another attempt. This is... Well, I'm saying that, but they're not smoking.
Radiant
And they're
are
on top of a
scanning.
trap, so... There we go. Smoke up. This is it. All hopes and dreams for ShenZen come down to this one last smoke. Sadly, for them, IG is in a perfect position to defend the high ground. Alchemist knows, though. He's going in.
And they want to go after JT to start. JT trying to survive. He'll get low very quickly, and eventually he is still alive. It looked like eventually they would get the kill, but instead, YP dies. Kaiko falls. They'll go after Phoenix. They have the Doom self-cast once again. So Phoenix is gone. Dome's next as he's muted. Can't run. Infernal Blade keeps him inside the AoE, and it's 4, now 5, a full team wipe,
GG.
a triple kill for JT, and a GG call for ShenZen.
More experienced, better teams in all way won today. IG and Vichy Gaming definitely proving a point that they're the ones that deserve to be, well, advancing further in the bracket of this TI qualifier at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, it's bittersweet, right? Like anytime you see a team drop out of a TI qualifier, it's part of the game, I guess, but it doesn't really fill you with any joy. I think ShenZen guys, they've I hope they stick together because through the seasons,